Hi, everyone.
Hi, Graveyard and Arc Excala. How are you this
Hello.
morning? We are back, y'all. So last night,
Yes.
Kyber broke KCP's kind of drought of content because we just all of us were exhausted. Aubrey and I each had a loss in our family, and it was Thanksgiving week, and it was just kind of
Yep.
hectic. So we all just kind of took some time to ourselves. That was actually like much needed for several of us.
Yes.
But guess what? We're back to it today with our Wednesday Kyber Cave Gaming,
Yes,
and
we're
Aubrey and
back.
I are playing Scene Investigators. We're going to be
Yeah.
having a good time playing
I'm
Scene.
excited.
So this exam that we're dropped in, this one's titled Bloodbath, and I guess that's pretty obvious why right there. When
Yes.
you look at it right there,
Oh,
Bloodbath. And we got to
oh,
walk around and investigate.
I think I do actually remember this one. Actually, now that I think because were working on this one last week, and then we just did not remember what was going on.
Yeah, so we're starting
So we're
this
gonna
one over
restart it.
from the beginning of the investigation. I think we had barely opened it even. All
I
right,
think
so
we're correct. Okay.
this is to Kyle Cropper. It doesn't say who it's from. It says voided contraband due to current state and county policies. We're sorry to inform you that the package was not permitted to be sent out from any of our local offices until we gain clearance. So I feel like maybe I'm just gonna start writing the names of everyone we come across.
Okay. So Kyle
Cropper.
Cropper, Cropper.
Yeah. And then like when we have who they are, we'll like write here who they are.
Right.
Okay. Let's see. We've had a number of recent complaints about drinking occurring throughout the offices. Due to the current influx of these complaints, we will address our stance here. Do not drink during work hours. Drinking is an adequate manner to alleviate the stresses felt during doing this job. But we understand this and we refuse any manner of taking that away from you. However, during work hours, we ask that you remain sober. Drinking inside the office is perfectly okay during lunch hours or off time. If anyone is caught drinking during hours, they will have a strike on their record. If anyone's work is determined to have taken a dip in productivity, and we discovered that the consumption of alcohol is the cause of strike, will be placed on their record. This is from T.R. Sheridan Police.
Police chief. Okay. All right, so let's put TR Sheridan Police Chief.
That good. Okay. Somebody is wanted. It'd be kind of fun if this was like a game backer or creator or something.
Right, that would be fun.
Town dinner celebration at the Kohler Vogue Public Library. Graveyard. Always drink during work hours. I don't even have a drink with me right now. Not even water. Kohler just hit
Add water.
23,000. That's good. We're almost at 25,000 for our town's population. Sun County is nearing 800,000. You're invited to a small dinner celebration at the library at 6:30 p.m. Invite your neighbors, coworkers, even the whole family.
Oh, here we
Or
go.
today's morning and news. There's a lot of names here.
Ooh, Nakamura.
Okay.
It's a great name, Nakamura.
Nakamura. Yeah, it really is. Bolts. I'm guessing these are all either detectives or patrol officers.
Hmm.
Baker.
Seems like we're in a police station.
Snyder. Yeah, this feels like a police station. Um, it talks about switching prisoners. Like, okay, so Nakamura, unlock your squad racks and equipment room and unlock doors. Bolts, meet department head. Baker, come in with finished report before additional meeting. Donuts, Jimmy, I missed him, from two offices over supplying today. Morning offices on A. Snyder and Bolts talk with department head. Expected call later day from Bolts from HR. Escort a prisoner 1 and 2 to respective interrogation cells. Transfer keys to Snyder. Lunch break begins. Harry is in charge of watching the prisoners. Lunch break is over. Baker meeting with department head. Required equipment check over by Bolts. Bolts reconfirm with department head about reacquired equipment. And at 15:30, Baker is officially paid on paid leave. Please refer to Snyder for respective cases. So I'm gonna write on paid leave here
Okay. Yeah,
because
totally.
who's what? Why is he on paid leave? You know,
Right.
that could be something. Here.
Okay.
One more note. You want to do this one?
Please keep your ship sidearm on you at all times. Please do not leave it behind for someone else to mess with. You will share the blame. Please keep other standard issue equipment in your locker or vehicle. We don't expect you to carry your rifle or shotgun on you 24/7. The fact that I have to say this is disheartening, but given that Jim had neither sidearm nor primary on him at the time street shootout 2 weeks ago means that self-preservation must be recommended and enforced. Had Harry not been there, we would have lost a good man. Please apply yourself as your job requires. Please shoot your Sheridan.
So I'm gonna write down what these memos were.
Yeah. So Jim, we have a Jim as well.
Oh, we have a what? Where is it?
Given that Jim had neither sidearm, we have a Jim.
Oh, I have a Jimmy.
Okay, it could be Jim. Yeah, it could be Jim.
And I'm gonna write Jim question mark.
Okay. Sounds good. Okay.
Is this something over here?
That, I didn't need that anyway. What was it? What?
There was like something on the ground, but there was nothing I can do.
Okay.
But then there's blood, a dead person right here. It looks like.
Looks like they just got kind of gunned down. Because the way that they look like they're already crumpled, like when they were shot. It looks like, but we could just put them.
Yeah, and let's see. That's a damaged door. So maybe the main thing occurred in here. Because I see what looks like a bullet hole right here, and maybe it went like to there. Possibly. I want to check the rest of this room. I don't want to just go into another room.
Okay, so.
Okay, someone's cubicle. Stool knocked over. He's in the fair account. There's a ton of these everywhere. Look at that.
I know. School says no records of history. Get ticket points.
I'm wondering if like these are all only some are actually, you know, like
Mom's number.
Pertinent to our case versus like
because some of them are not. Looks like somebody was talking about school stuff.
Mom's name is Jasmine. Whose cubicle is it? Is there a name on it?
Yes.
This is Harry Baker.
Okay, so Harry Baker. Okay.
All right, I'm gonna start over here and just scan to the left. Okay. There's a gun sitting here. It's a 9mm, but it looked like he was in the middle of cleaning it. There's like all this stuff going on. Lots of empty gun displays.
Yeah. So
I think we need to like keep track of what guns he had on display. So Harry Baker was his name.
Yep.
He had a 500.
Well, it's actually a 50. It's a 50 Magnum A revolver.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't know if like if the brand will make any sense, will make any matter.
Oh, 500 Smith and Wesson and Smith. I'm guessing or Smith and Wesson. I don't know why it's Wesson. It says Wesson and Smith. I think that was a mistake. Honestly, a game error. It's supposed to be Smith and Wesson. I'm guessing.
Well, I think legally they can't put Smith and Wesson.
I see.
Okay,
Dune
this
Sweeper.
one.
It's a 45 Dune Sweeper.
45 caliber.
Semper Fi. This guy was in the
Marines. Is that Marines?
That was in the Marines, yeah.
Okay. Next is Barth Baker. Oh, his dad?
Maybe his dad.
Lieutenant in
United States Cavalry.
Can't tell. It doesn't say a type of gun or anything, though.
Wait, look at the date, though. The date is
1827 to 1898.
So I think that was like his father, grandfather.
He's a sharp. So it looks like he's a sharpshooter.
Yes, that seems like.
Okay. Lots of bullet stuff all around.
Yes.
Get more floppies. Oh, is this a while ago than the floppy disk?
Well, yeah,
For
it's
all
like
of you
Fear
kids who don't know,
1982
all
and
you kids who don't know,
1990.
that's a floppy disk, okay? That's what they used to use save documents on.
Yep.
Judge
Yeah,
R
that
is
was
giving
good.
the
Clear. Okay, 6.2% verified. Interesting. That's a lot of like. It looks like that's a lot of like procedural stuff. Judge K is still
yeah.
sick. Okay, so Judge K is sick.
Well, that's their interpretation of a floppy.
I mean, that's kind of correct.
Floppy disks flop. They do. You can go like blip 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 blip. Floppy. All right. There's
They're
so
very
many of
thin.
these.
Yeah. Maybe buy a bigger object and sneak it.
Sneak inside.
Yeah.
See if Jim and Postal can get packaged just slip in. Oh,
Interesting.
the one that we have though was by was Kyle Cropper was trying to send it. This is Kyle. This is floppy. All right, all these. Miss Jose still
Still
won't
won't
talk.
talk sunflowers.
Oh, get plane
Get plane
ticket.
tickets. Plane leaves
Tomorrow.
tomorrow.
There's
School
no
says
record.
no records on history. School says call back tomorrow. Ask Ann if he can take a call. Call her back next week.
And that's
Interesting.
the
Mom
only,
says Jasmine. Okay.
only direct evidence sub for now.
Okay, so let's see.
Go ahead.
It was 1998. No wonder the floppies. Okay.
You can't see all of it though, huh?
Yeah, I can't see all of it, but that's okay. I've tried to send the package now from 3 different places, but they keep avoiding the stuff. I've even tried to pay the guy to look the other way. Cannot send it. August 13th. We rounded up a few downtown kids tonight. They were taking pot shots with their BB guns. Darren told me to cool down again. They shot out my rear mirror. Okay. Tried to send the package out. At this point, Kyle will never get it. I hope he can understand. I've tried real hard this time to get him the order, I think. I can't see some of this though. Shoot a guy tonight. I'm going to the bar, or maybe. Oh, here we go. There we are. All right. Still gets it. Okay. I have to shoot a guy tonight. I'm going to the bar, or maybe I'll just roll about downtown and stare at the lights. SN. August 28th. August 29th. He woke me up at my desk this morning. He asked me a day or two ago if he should be worried. I told him I was running okay. I
Oh,
don't
he
like
shot someone
office.
twice.
Oh, I'm sorry. I had to shoot someone again twice this week. Okay. It was a teen this time. Oh, crap. I did not see that one. Thank you.
And whatever this is, the SN dash, then nothing afterwards.
Interesting. She woke me up at my desk this morning. He asked me a day or two ago if he should be worried. I told him I was running okay. I don't like office duty. It'll probably be another month of this. September 10th. I need help. I need to get out of here. All I do now is drink and write papers. There's nothing here. I still haven't talked to Kyle, and I'm stuck here doing these goddamn papers. And now I can only listen to Darren complain about things. September 14th. Chief told me I cannot drink anymore in the office. It's affecting me. Bullshit. It's the only thing that can help me right now. I'm not sure what the rest of it is because
All right. I'm going to go crazy.
I'm going to go crazy.
Last one.
September 24th. I've been really testy again. I need to go to the bar. I cannot do it right now. I need to be clean, even if just for another few days. I don't want it to end like it did last time. The only good thing now is I can go where. The only good thing now is I can go do what I want. Do what I want. My flight leaves tomorrow evening. I ain't staying around here. I need to
Do
meet
what I
with him
want.
face to face. Do what I want.
Okay.
Happy
Birthday.
birthday.
Happy birthday, Kyle. I hope that you enjoyed turning 15. I know your mother likely threw a birthday party, a great party. I hope you had a good time with your friends. I'm sorry I missed your birthday. I had tickets, but there was a last minute incident over here, and I had to take care of it. Next time I promise to be there. I'm sorry. I hope this gift reaches you in time and you can enjoy it. It may not always be there. In the past 15 years, that evident makes that evident. But I want to pass this on to you. It was given to me. This has been in our family for many, many generations now and belonged to your great great grandfather Bartholomew
Ah,
Baker. It
that's
was
the
that gun.
gun.
I hope that you can use this as an inspiration and to pass eventually onto your children.
Uh,
So he gave
so
his
Kyle is his
son
son.
this
Yep.
gun.
Yep.
But I don't think Kyle Cropper is the son because this says it's from Kyle to Kyle. No, it is.
No, two Kyle Cropper.
So
So
we can make the son of
is
Harry.
yeah, Harry of Harry's
All right. So next cubicle. Turn on our light.
belongs to.
Let's see. Wait, hang on. This is Darren Nakamura.
So
All right.
Nakamura is Darren. Let's write that down.
Yeah. Let's see.
Nakamura.
Darren.
Sounds like he might be Japanese.
Split size too large for Jay's issue.
There's a new sheriff in town.
There's a new sheriff in town.
That's funny.
Let's see. Who is this for? This is for schizophrenia. I don't see. I don't see the name of the patient though.
Interesting.
So you can't tell if it's like necessarily evidence or if it's theirs.
Right.
I'm gonna write down though. Meds found on desk. I'm not spelling that right, but there. Okay. All right. 9 and 5. Meet with Susan at 6ish. Rich will be there to intro the process.
All state request files per case.
They're open between something. Oh, they're open between 9 and 5 right now. That's the. Is a two-parter. Get warrant for market on 4th Street. Yeah. Smith says we need to call back. There's so many of these.
I know.
Like, you just wonder how many.
Everyone's answers yesterday. Right.
Right.
Ask Carrie about Jay's case. Okay, Jay. So there's somebody named Jay.
Yeah, it's been on a couple of them. Yeah, that's true. Harry can be trusted.
Can be trusted. Well, that's good.
See if Judge V can get back on. Judge's health. There is one judge that was sick.
Yeah. Call Robert Ricky.
Dorian High School's number.
Interesting.
Order.
Actually comes in. Teachers they can get back. It looks like a different case.
Yeah. I'm just kind of like glancing over. Here's another one. No record for issues with these kids, like that same on Harry's. Ralph, wait till Thursday. Call this person. She can help with money. Money. This wonders if Mike has Christmas. Seeking information about Joshua Taylor.
Joshua Taylor is Jay.
All right. I forgot my wallet today at home. This is September 1998. Does not say a day of the month. I couldn't enter the office until Richard opened the door for me. I wish I had him as a partner. He never complains. He's quiet and gets things done. He next to never talks at all. At least I can't remember any time of the top of my head. Harry's quiet, but in a way that makes you worry from time to time, especially when he's really drunk. 13th of September, 1998. Cannot pay off my rent this month. Need money really soon, like hella soon. That sounds so Californian. Mike doesn't have a kind of shred in his heart. How a kind shred in his heart. One arse about lunch the other day too. The fat tub of lard came in panting today during lunch. I told him to try using a pig insulin instead. He spat at me. I don't really care. He tried to gyp me again. I thought him
Oh,
getting
good.
offended might make him think about my situation and how we might be able to relate, but obviously didn't work. Richard walked in today. He's just stared at my poster for a bit before leaving. Maybe I can talk to him, and if he'll back me up and get our entire office upgraded. I've been wanting that gun for a while now. I can just
Interesting.
sometimes broken gun like fancy features are what I want. Beanbag, where are you? Tired money speaks. Stiff and tired. Basketball refinery is good night. I'm really sorry. I'm still unable to find the medication. I wrote word salad in the afternoon, it seems. I'm doing better after taking my cocktail of pills. Richard broke his gun, and that's why he came in yesterday. I'll ask the chief again if we can get special order in. I want something like maybe my fancy baby to be standard issue. I wouldn't mind something even crazier like the revolvers that Harry has on his walls, but maybe that's going too far. I'm only worried that Harry would get one of these suckers. He's already a kill shot with one of the pea shooters. I
Interesting.
got pulled in by the chief today. He asked me about Harry. Seems like they're just doing a general evaluation. I answered pretty casually. They asked if I knew about any evidence going missing recently. I'm able to say
Oh
confidently
no.
that it wasn't Harry. I've only seen him party with hard with booze anyways. I now think
Oh,
I'm seeing a unique pattern in the rug. It's helped me clear my head and think about certain people. Still, the medicine is gone, and I don't like anything like this. My headaches are back in full swing. They took Harry out of our case. They put in Michael Snyder. Okay, so Snyder's first name is Michael.
yep.
I cannot accept this. I refuse to ever work with him again, and I will force them to realize this. Somebody will understand. He's been cruel in some stuff recently too. Keeps making jokes about issues with the others. Still haven't clued in on. If he makes another one of those jokes, I'm going to blow a gasket. I hate him so much, and the position I'm in makes me feel like Fourzze.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It's a planner, but there's nothing written in it. Huh.
Okay, and it's end of. It's interesting.
Order new VHS player.
Okay,
Oh,
wait, guys.
get
With
refill.
morning stroll. Buy more drinks from Walmart.
Wellmers.
Instead of Walmart, it's Walmart. That's funny.
All right.
All right, here
New
we go.
medication today. Not like the old stuff I was using. It's got a bit more. Oops, I accidentally it's got a bit more kick to it. I know my doctor told me to likely avoid this if I'm on anything else, or to avoid this. But he said it was a great alternative if I start to notice a dip in the other medicine. I seem to be doing fine. I don't notice any difference just yet, but it gets the job done. My headache is still there though. But I don't feel so weird anymore. I think it's good. So far, so good. The headaches are just dull. I think it's just another fine day. The whispering stopped. Thumbs up for this stuff. It's only been a week, but I can say this got the job done just fine. My headaches are still there, but they hardly compare with the normal ones. My trial amount ran out today. Bought some pain reliever to help lay over until I get another bottle in 2 days. I don't know why they always have to drip feed the amount and then a blank entry. I almost collapsed when I finally got the stuff yesterday. It's a fast actor, however. I came in a little late though, so I could get worse stuff to quiet down. Now it's completely normal again. I'm stretching a little bit to make sure I can pay for this next time because it works 100%. It is hampering my other expensive, however. Blank entry. Almost had an issue. Didn't take one as an experiment yesterday. I think by the end of the day, Baker was a little concerned. Feels good. No issues to report today. I think that the prior medicine was putting me off. You could tell me green men had taken over the government and I would have bought it. All good. Had to buy another bottle this morning. Completely out of money, though. I'm going to have to start a second job or something to help pay for my issues.
Wow. So
Thumbs
this
up
cop is out
again.
of money. That's good.
Yeah, he is schizophrenic, it seems. I can't find the medicine. Left it in my car, now it's gone. I've been doing fine for the most part. I need to find it again. At least my issues before my issues crop up again. My headaches feel already returned. I don't want to hear the voices. So he is definitely schizophrenic.
Yes.
So I'm just gonna write that. So we know it.
Schizophrenic.
All right. That seems to be the majority. Your bachelor's of criminal justice, but doesn't have his name on it anywhere.
Interesting.
Oh, there it is. There, Nakamoto Darren. It took me a second to find it.
Okay.
Police Officer Training Council.
Nevada peace
Did
officer.
did Harry have any awards up there? No, he just had his guns. All right, next one. This is Richard Dick Bolts. So that's who that is.
Dick balls. That's funny.
I mean, it's just like, keep roads safe. All right, you got a
Okay,
Rubik's
so
Cube.
all right, you like doing puzzles?
He doesn't really have nearly as many stickies. Right recommendations from Mendoza. Fackner needs report. Morning road incident. Call Mary from SCPD. Has to fact report. Facts chief weekly breakdown. Facts Judge K paperwork. Fetch Judge V's sec still hasn't faxed. Might once. Whatever they. Average gunfight. Too short for Sun City killer case. Consider maybe 2 people this time. Wrong about the call. The bond amount was right. Kid shattered Harry's Reef America. Another replacement. That was the one that we read about. Harry,
Right.
like, his journal. Need to give school tour next week. Tell Mike and Nakamoto to clean cubicles. Second feature found by Marie. Mike needs evidence write-up soon. 1 hour, 37 minutes. Recommends. Like, the little notebook that you see a lot of detectives will take around with them and just write random notes. So I'm wondering if we're going to need something from these.
I'm wondering too. Ask Arthur about investing in TFK or RMN.
It's a TPK, actually. I can see it much bigger than you can. So
TPK. Oh, sorry, I apologize. TPK and RM. Okay. No, I see it's a TPK. Sorry, I'm dealing with a migraine, so it doesn't help.
Is that better?
Okay, yes. Todd's father was home during murder. Secretary says not able to meet. Do a background check on Harry. Susan needs more business cards. Judge K wakes at 9. Don't disturb him. Oh, don't disturb sleep. Chief wants Desert Motel write-up TMR. Get Henry's report on gas station theft.
I think it means tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Okay.
I think it's
Stephen Gold called. Tell Susan after interrogation. Stephen Gold needs 25K. Janitor said that one of the clocks is an hour behind. Make sure to buy a new one. Maybe the battery's low. Ask Harry if he needs more time to see if he can fix it. Okay, so which one was that? That was one of the clocks.
Yeah. Here's another planner. Check over file reports about case, then the gun range, and then meet with new witness for case 2. Report graveyard, they stole a whole gas station. Impressive. Meet with new witness for case 2. Report about meeting yesterday and today. Open office in the morning with Mike. Open all equipment lockers. Call witness for number 3 for case. General meeting in office. Shopping for office. Request new firearm. Turn keys over to Nakamura. Today, not me. Keys already given. Meet with Carl Tristan. Mike's gonna join a little late. Lunch. Report about meeting yesterday and today. Meeting with Chief Likely about recent issues and new employees. Some small dinner with Nakamura and Susan. She's asking if I can buy more potato salad.
Interesting.
Okay. Bullets. The bullet box.
Mm-hmm.
Laws and regulation in the state of Nevada. Okay, here's alcoholism.
It seems like we're in Nevada.
Yeah, an addiction to the consumption of alcoholic liquor or the mental illness and compulsive behavior resulting from alcoholic dependency. This must be properly observed for a set amount of time before action may be used against the attending officer. So he was looking up about alcoholism because as we know, Harry has a drinking problem.
Right.
Behind the badge, Highway Patroller of
Oh,
Year,
Richard.
Richard Nicholas Bolts. Oh, he's a handsome kiddo. I say kiddo.
He
He's
is.
older than I am, or at my age. So he got like basically a commendation of some sort. So Highway Patrol of the Year, we're overjoyed that the city of Brindler has been able to rise again and claim 2 of the 3 annual awards. So he got an award.
Yeah, remember, I think if I saw it correctly, it was, oh, wait,
Susan Bolt's personal loan, so like maybe his wife.
maybe, yeah.
I turn off the light, you'll see it a little better. It's in
Payday
general.
loans. There we go. Oh, much better. Oh,
So
okay.
he has wife Susan Bolts. Yes,
Oh,
all right.
Susan. Susan Bolt. Wifer. There are wifers and white. Lol.
All right, a lot more reading.
Yay! Nakamura bugged me today after lunch about if Susan could offer a similar type deal, but I told him she wouldn't. He wants he wants petty change, enough to buy fountain drinks and ramen probably. Susan's already expressed that she wasn't interested unless he had enough to pay off his already late rental charges and then some. I told him just to ask Mike for some change. If it's just for snacks and shit like that, I mean, he's always got cash just lying around. Probably. I know Mike might not help, but given his dislike for the guy, but it'd be worth a try. I'm guessing this is Mike Snyder.
Yeah.
McNamara just turned left. Seemed like I put him into one of his moods. So
Is it easier to read it like this?
No, it's fine.
Okay.
It's been a long day. There's just been so much going on in our current case. Both Mike and I hit the mother load. It is the holy witness we've been waiting for. She's going to break the entire case against Carl Tristan. Carl Tristan. That's another one we need to write down. I'm guessing this is the one of the
It's a suspect of some kind.
suspect, yeah. From her notes, we can read that the 11 kilograms of DDP-39 that the company was transporting was switched out the last second for another trucker. Tristan didn't mishandle the entire stuff. He was either set up or a very unfortunate victim of pure coincidence. Whatever it is, this evidence is enough for us to pull this out of the fridge and grab any warrants that we'll need. Interesting. Oh, I just think Baker did not keel over and die. I found him on the corner of Swiss and Weston this morning.
Oh my goodness. He was a complete wreck.
Complete
Dragged
wreck.
him here in the car. He's a
Yes.
liability right now. The evidence for his case a few weeks back went missing. I'm 90% sure he just partied all night with the final portion of it. Nakamura may be the largest hiring blunder we had in the last decade. But if Harry doesn't shape up and stop running afoul, then even Nakamura may seem like a decent partner. And if this goes on a little bit more, we'll have to really confront him. Note to have a backseat washed before the next party. I'd rather, okay, this is in green writing, as we can see on the page behind. Too.
Yeah.
So in green pen, I'd rather that Nakamura and Mike not constantly try and get in each other's way. The bickering is constant on most normal days, and they are often testy after their individual morning walks. I think they likely run into each other and fight. Today is exactly one of those days. They come back in at the same time and we're complaining about something that I care too little to understand. I really did try and ease its tension, but Mike was playing hard ass. Hell, it got to the point that Nakamura got quiet. It set Mike off and he understood to shut up. Baker just watched the entire show. He was waxing his swords.
Interesting.
He got some type of sick pleasure watching all this. I can feel it. If Nakamura is the nutcase and Baker is a lost cause. I got to meet him today. He looked healthy, seems fine. He's unusually well for someone in his shoes. Rather kind for someone who's had all their stuff taken from them. The bank literally got rid of all his possessions. His health is good. He's showing no sign of relapse from his prior issues. Graveyard, hey, sometimes you just need to wax your sword, right? Baker was yanked from the case this morning. Yes. Yes.
Seed oil is the best.
Make sure to wax your sword later, Graveyard, if you haven't yet. Okay. Baker was yanked from the clays this morning. Mike is now in charge of the questioning of Philip Clements tomorrow, so he may join me a little later with Carl. From what I've heard, the man's just going to get some potentially heavy charges, but there's also offering a massive deal if he happens to just babble long enough about his friends on the streets. I don't think Mike is very excited. I think he respected Baker enough that he's peeved at all of this. He never liked Darren since he fudged the big case last year. Those two together will be messy. Baker was passive, a little too passive. He immediately ordered a plane ticket over the phone. Lots of mumbling. He's been acting off since his last shootout because he had to kill a teen. I'm
Right.
guessing the teen died. That's what my guess is. All right. Next one. This is
Next one
Mike
is-
Snyder.
Oh, here's Mike. Okay.
Ice skates. Can they be
Okay.
feasibly pierce the bone?
Yes, they can.
Yeah, I was like, drop seats for chip layout.
Just like a different case.
Get
Get
Richard
to
to
me.
make coffee for guests from now on. Professional private investigator program. So was he planning to be a PI at some point? Criminal justice from Triton Community College. Money.
My.
All
Go back
Mark-
March.
Therapist for Kevin cannot answer until under oath.
Coach wants to be a chunky rat. Well, stuck to them for Halloween.
Got a
It sounds
couple
like these
kids.
are his kids. Yeah. Staying from the kid. Usually they're only. Jerry Steph is in lockup.
Yeah. Tell
Is there a
Rich it
report?
said. Get to Rich report. Patrol. Reassure. Maybe it was fratricide. Money stolen from Roger, 9,000. Over 9,000! Okay, more money. Strict regulations on beat between Jenny and Ben about Judy. He's asking for me to look into Payne's Creek. Payne's Creek killings.
Hey!
Woo!
Oh my goodness.
They got me
great.
excited for some reason.
I don't know. Is it? Does that mean that he's the cop that we were playing that investigated Plains Creek?
Oh, I don't remember his name. But if he goes there, he's a PI. He just disappears. We don't know what actually happened to him. That just opens.
Wait, I think you're right. I think it is because there was a cop that disappeared, right?
Yeah,
Wasn't
it was.
there?
Well, it was a PI. Yeah. That we found the car and some of his belongings, but we never
Right.
found him. I'm not sure if you could find him because I
Right.
know there's a way to finish the game without actually like seeing every single thing.
Which that
We need
happened.
a gun. Okay. Look into Trent Brown. Use mixer, figure out pH level of evidence. Our movement is impossible.
Woo!
Upper arm shouldn't move. Oh, jeez. Running low.
God.
Look cute stuff.
Okay.
I'm just kind of glancing more than anything, and then we'll go back. S is in F. Okay, so now we go this way. Look, a thermostat. All right.
All right.
Graham crackers.
Something like that. Pizza. Okay.
Oh,
Ah. Interesting. Somebody had
that's some drugs right there.
some drugs. Give me drugs. I wonder who had that
Right.
going on. Someone had
Time
drugs.
to venture to the other room. This
Oh
is where the
my.
bloodbath
Oh,
happened.
where the bloodbath
Oh
happened.
my goodness.
Wow.
All right, so this is on the ground. That would take a lot to shove this onto the ground. So it almost looks like maybe that was trying to be put in front of the door.
Yes, that's what I think
And they
happened,
opened it and it fell over.
Yep.
And there was a chair here for this door. Okay. We'll go in there in a bit.
Okay.
Two-way mirror smashed open.
Looked like it was shot open.
Yeah, possibly so. Is the glass only on this side? Yeah, so that means it was shot through from here to
Through the
there.
glass. Okay,
Here's bullet holes. These must have gone like through here-ish, maybe. Like to hit
No,
those
I think that's from the door.
the
Someone
door.
ran into that room though. Yeah. It could be that
Possible
the person was trying to escape with the gun. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it could be. Maybe they got a hold of a cop's gun. I don't think they're supposed to take him into interrogation, but it also is like 25 years ago, so I'm not sure
Right.
how strict they were on that. Unlock office and open equipment lockers. Water Fern. Take a morning walk. Gun range. Just meet with Dick. Meet with Miss Tebas. Lock doors for office. Unlock doors and open equipment lockers. Lunch with Dick and Jimmy. Afternoon walk. Lock doors for office. Wait. Unlock office and open lockers. Fern needs water, and then there's like an error. There's like this. Take a morning walk. Lunch with Jimmy and Dick. General meeting and office 204A. Almost looked like it was moved, maybe to here.
Maybe, yeah.
One that looks like almost like an arrow and a star. Lock doors with office. Open. Begin review with Philip Case. Looking for anything that feels more pertinent. NSLJ with both prisoners. Get keys from driver. And then we saw that one schedule that talked about moving prisoners 1 and 2.
Right.
First started. Lunch with Dick. Discuss the Carl Tristan situation. So I'm gonna write. That's the second time we've seen Carl Tristan. So I'm gonna write Carl.
Let's do that. Who is that?
And then teen who got shot. I don't know if that's pertinent at all, but might not.
Probably.
Make a note.
Might not be.
Okay. Call NLSJ authorities. Oh, there's another body. There's two more bodies in here. There's two more bodies.
Yeah, I think they were doing it. They were doing a interview. Up.
Out of order. Wow.
Oh, jeez.
That's sad. It looks like they crawled over. They were shot in the leg and they crawled over and then got executed.
Yep.
As we change, as we age, we change. Sometimes we may feel different. Sometimes we don't recognize others. This is like, we know what's right.
Ourselves, and we know it's not right. We're all in this together. As part of your new regulations posed by the state, we will be, continuing the new annual officer screening process. We are aiming to have a bunch of balanced policy options and aim to be flexible in helping officers. Oops. Great. That's okay. You are the lifeblood of this country, and we aim to work with you. Just take everything in stride and be yourself. If you think you have an issue, reach out and get help. Everyone around cares for you.
Okay, so this person was shot standing right here and fell over.
Yep.
This person looks to have been sitting in this chair.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really see any blood per se.
Yeah, that's interesting.
But so far, we know there's 4 victims. I even looked at the questions. I don't even remember what the questions.
Do we even look
5
at the
victims. 6.
I think there's someone over there too. 6.
Wow.
Well, this really was a bloodbath.
Called that.
Interesting. The bullets. So the bullets look a little different.
Yeah, they're all seem just to be slightly. Okay. What is the package by the exit? It's a birthday present for Kyle, I'm pretty sure.
Yes.
But I'm not sure it's supposed to be specifically what's in it. But for now, I'm just gonna write birthday present for Kyle.
Okay. Well, it was an old revolver from it was a not a revolver. It was
is it a rifle?
A rifle. Little rifle from like 1800s.
Was the gun killer using standard issue? died by the office doorway. Who was the dirty cop? How many people were murdered? Was Harry Baker in a reasonable state of mind? Yes or no? And which prisoner was in interrogation? All right.
Interesting. Okay.
This is number 2. This is number 1.
So I
Hi,
do.
James Ross. How are
Hi,
you?
James.
The evidence is
Efficient.
sufficient.
Efficient.
Oh, my mouse. I keep accidentally like making my mouse go off.
Okay.
Um,
That gave us no indication of anything. That's not important.
didn't really look hard over here because there wasn't much to really
For the
except for
guns,
the
or
drugs.
the drugs.
And that's to get into this, I'm assuming. There's like a screwdriver here.
Mm.
Get into that.
Yep. I will
There's
be
so much.
right.
Yeah, go.
Yeah, I will be right back. It looks like there are 2 different types of guns, according
Yeah,
to
I'm gonna
least 3,
check
maybe
with the
3.
bullets.
Those bolts of them is the
5,
standard issue.
6 silver bullets.
Yeah, and then there's one in the interrogation that's a different bolt. Yeah, I'll be right back. Off heads real quick.
Okay.
I'll be right back, everyone. See, that's a different gun.
Yeah. Call it copper. Lots of tea.
Okay, I'm back.
All right, I
Apologies.
am making notes
Okay.
of where the bullets were found.
Okay, that's actually
So
a
I
good
put
idea.
2 by the door, 3 just inside, and I put 1 about 4 feet away. And then there's 2 of
Okay.
the short bullets. There's 1 here, and there's 1 here.
Okay.
So I made
Right.
note that there's 1 inside the interrogation room, 1 on the wall outside of it. And I found 6 casings in here. So there's 5 here on the ground and 1 on the chair.
Interesting. Okay.
I haven't seen any other casings, like none over here. That's just pieces of the wall.
Interesting. So that means whoever shot them took their casings.
Maybe so. Here's a bloody bullet.
Another one. Okay, so someone
Okay,
took
so
out the bullet.
3. 1 bloody bullet on desk.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks like someone must have taken one out somewhere. There's another case. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more casings.
Hmm.
14 casings.
Okay. Let me close this one. Okay, so someone just like shot.
Yeah, someone just came in and off. Oh, there's one more casing.
Right there. There. That looks like a casing right there.
So 16 casings.
Interesting.
There's nothing in the wall. There's just just like in here. It's blood splatter, but no like
No
bullet.
bullet, which means that the bullet it got lodged in the brain. It's interesting though. Is this one does not have one. Hmm. There's no bullet right there either.
All casing.
So that's a suspect there.
There's a bullet up here. That was one of the ones I marked.
Okay. Oh, I think it was no. No, that doesn't make sense. That's interesting.
I'm crouching so in case we do see something.
Okay. So who's in interrogations? Let's figure that out first. There was
Yeah, because we need to
Call of
answer for
Duty.
who was which was in number 1.
Okay, so let's go back to the schedule. In the front desk, like over here, yeah. So let's see here. So
Prisoner
papers
1
needed
and
to
2.
the respective. Okay, respective interrogation. That's the keys to Snyder. Here's interesting. So Bolts was at HR.
Oh, distance nerding. Can you talk like 1920s old timey cops, please? Thanks. One more case. See, it's a bloodbath, I tell you.
All right. So Nakamura to unlock our squad, rocks in equipment room, and unlock doors.
We put prisoners 1 and 2 in the respective interrogation cells. Transfer the keys to Snyder.
Baker remaining with department head. Required equipment check over by Bolts. Bolts reconfirm the department head about the required equipment. Bolts is officially on paid leave. Please refer to Snyder for respective cases. Let's go to Snyder because I think Snyder might actually have. See, it doesn't say who is. Let's see, Bolts reconfirm with department head about required equipment. Oh, Harry is in charge of watching over prisoners. So I think Harry was definitely in there. Bolts. Believe no, Bolts might not be there. Snyder.
What was the prisoner? Okay, I couldn't remember if who was in interrogation room 1 or if it was just the prisoner. I wanted to double check that.
Who was it? Was it the prisoner?
Yeah, it's asking which prisoner was in interrogation room 1, and we know that's prisoner 1 because this is
Prisoner 1.
respective interrogation rooms. We just don't know
Right.
what that prisoner's name is.
Right. Do we need to know, or is it just do we just put prisoner 1?
I mean, I can just put that for now.
Okay. So
Oh no,
is
it won't
Snyder
allow me.
prisoner?
It won't allow me to put the number 1 in.
Okay.
So it's definitely going to
Okay,
deepen
so
it, I guess.
let's look. Sector for
Do we go to Snyder's? Back to Snyder's because he's one who apparently had the keys.
He has the transfer keys, right?
Oh, I didn't have this. I didn't look at this. Baker just broke his
2 month separation
from booze. Drank through most of his fridge the other day. He gave me a bottle as long as I kept him company. I was glad enough to do so. I think Clara would like him. He's too offensive to have around the kids. Hand that new folder to Dick tomorrow. He's authorizing something for case 2. Sounds like we have someone who's coming in to talk. Note, have enough money on the side to buy Clara a nice dress.
Nice.
September, Baker keeps laughing each time I ask the guy to grab donuts. I think his frustration is starting to bleed through. His last case hasn't had a breakthrough because Naka keeps dragging his feet, and since Baker himself is actually forced to stay in here.
Interesting.
Grab Carl Tristan for questioning from an LSJ. He may have had a break. Bits of evidence that should have been brought forward a decade ago. Also, don't trust Nakamura until you know that he actually has his wallet on him. He keeps muttering how it's not his fault when he's asking for something that he cannot pay for. I'm not a charity. Sometimes we fail the right people. Looking down at the stuff we have, Tristan should be a free man. He's been left behind and lost a decade and a half of his life. Just poof, gone. We're going to try and get somebody just above to hear us out. It'll take time, but we can handle it. So it looks like Carl Tristan was in jail and shouldn't have been.
Yeah, right. That's what I was just saying.
It's now $50 for the entire package, and it's not like there's much in there in the first place. The thing is always light as a damn feather. Disgusting, shitty, slimy, shady. They know I need it, and they're gonna ride my for every penny. This isn't something recreational for crying out loud. My life actually depends on this. I had a good laugh when I went with Baker and Nakamoto for lunch. Baker barely smiled, but I did think he liked being out of the office. Nakamura just nodded a lot, acts like he can actually follow a discussion. Moron. Look it on. I made him pay for lunch. I ain't paying after he stiffed me last week. I went shooting with Dick today. His standard carry broke. If only I could get the security video feed for that. I've been pestering him about requesting a new one the other week. I think I'll be able to have a good rapport with Phil. Seems like he's grown into the area. He was arrested with our team's hockey jersey on. Also, like 30 pounds of marijuana. Seems to me to be a decent guy from his wife and brother's statements. Just down on a luck. He's also using a little bit of what he was dealing. That's rule number 1. Just don't touch what you sell. It always makes things harder. But at least I have a few jokes that I think he'll be able to laugh at. I just have to make sure Nakamura doesn't screw with this. He needs to keep quiet when I'm trying to connect with Phil. We're not doing any sort of act. We're keeping everything straight. So is Phil possibly the person in that interrogation room?
I'm wondering. So
it sounds like he's trying to connect with a prisoner or a suspect so that when you build good rapport with a suspect, they're more likely to tell you.
Right. But apparently somebody here's a dirty cop as well. So.
Yeah. Makes you wonder if it's him. You run a good rapport with a suspect. I don't know, though.
I don't know. Gun range.
Meet with witness for case 2. Report.
I saw this. I just don't. I don't know. You know, sometimes it's hard to know what's pertinent.
It's pertinent.
Need to turn off hide.
Turn off what?
Oh, the when you share a screen with StreamYard and it says on the bottom that you've been sharing.
Oh, turn off the hide. Right. Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Sorry, everyone. Okay, that's not Nakamura. I don't think it's not Nakamura, even though he seems like he's a red herring because he does have schizophrenia, but I don't think it's him. Excuse me.
Breaking Easter morn's sacred silence. A shootout occurred after inmates. Yesterday, as the sun's as the sun peaked beyond the valley's silent guardian mountains, gunfire poured over Detective Darren Nakamura's head. As our town was gathering to pray and observe the Easter Sunday, Detective Nakamura was praying for his own life as he defended ours. His partner, Detective Baker, was away on assignment in Bindler City, and Darren was all alone. Escapee from Sun City Detention Center, Adam McDaniel was running rampant on our streets before he was finally shot dead by our brave detective. Detective Nakamura had been on McDaniel's trail for over 2 days, sniffing every plausible rat hole the man was known to be familiar with. It was on the eve of Easter Sunday that Nakamura found out that McDaniel knew a friend here in Kohler, an old one from high school in Glendale. Upon cluing in, he began the hunt proper. Laying low and watching from afar, our detective began to try to understand how to best proceed. State officials were called in to help, but they were still hours away when the fugitive burst from his friend's home. Curiously watching as McDaniel jumped into a green sedan, Nakamura wondered about the friend. The door was left ajar for 20 minutes before he approached. Inside, Nakamura discovered Christopher Preffler, dead from an apparent gunshot wound to the head. It was then that Detective Nakamura knew he'd have to pursue with no help or backup. He'd have to stop the killer before any other issue ensued. Tearing about Nakamura looked high and low for the stolen vehicle. It was at the other end of Flint and 9th, and he sighted the sedan. Without having time to check in, he jumped out and approached, and in a second, a flurry of gunfire erupted from the sedan's back. As McDaniel exited and began to flee on foot, Nakamura gave chase. With the grace of a trained professional, he was able to cripple the fugitive with a shot to the leg. A proper shootout began with this, and Nakamura was forced to retreat for cover. But after agonizing minutes, the shots came less and less. The detective was then able to get shot in and kill McDaniel instead. State officials have still closed off the corner of Mr. Preffler's house until all
Yeah, but it seems like that was not necessarily. So, do you think that this Joshua person could be one of the people that were being? Wait, they're watching. Is that it? That was all that was in there?
That's all that was in there. Like if I click on it again, it just closes.
Okay.
Who's watching? Now I'm like looking for cameras.
I know it feels like
somebody's watching me.
Got no privacy. Hi. This is hi. Okay. So.
All right. So our questions: who was the dirty cop? Who died by the doorway? How many people were murdered? It was Harry Baker in my reasonable state of mind. Makes me wonder if he is the killer, like he killed everybody. But was he in a good state of mind? Harry Baker, because why would they ask if he was in a reasonable state of mind if he wasn't the killer?
I would say he was not in a reasonable state of mind. I'm pretty
sure he wasn't.
Okay, so how many people died? I see we got one.
He was 6. 1, 2,
3, 4.
3, 4, and there's 2, well, there's 5, and then this one doesn't have a ton of blood here, so it could have been. Why would they mark it like that if he didn't die, though? Hi,
Right.
Say Wong. How are you?
But Disney doesn't have any blood.
Long time no see, homie.
Yes. Hi, Say Wong. Let me see here. Wait. So the person that died by the door could have been Mike Snyder. Snyder's the
Yeah,
one who had to hand over the keys.
that's possible. He was trying to unlock it, maybe get back in.
Maybe.
Ah, if for whatever reason there are moments where like, oh, there's the clock, another bullet, the third one of this
Nice.
kind, fourth one,
Right. What does
and
it say on
one
the
in.
tablet?
The poor clock.
And what does the clock say?
12:36.
Okay. Oh, here we go.
It's a medical testing record.
Ah, dang it. I was hoping that was like
I thought it was like an interrogation schedule. Investigations. Yes, we're doing scene investigator, say Wong. It is the second game for EQ Studios, who made Payne's Creek Killings, and Aubrey and I got very excited when we saw a note that kind of referenced Payne's Creek, and we're like, "Yay, Payne's Creek!" I got all excited about it.
Okay, interesting. All right. So we know that there are two different guns. So was it standard issue? One of them was.
I feel like one was standard issue and one was not, but we need to
Right.
figure out which one. Oh,
Ah.
all right. So witness report. Witness is Grant. So Samuel Mendoza Grant.
Grant? No, Samuel Grant. Samuel Mendoza.
This is last, first, middle. So last, first, middle. Samuel Mendoza Grant. This might sound right, but we'll go with it. Date of interview. This is a couple years prior to what we're talking about right now. Location of interview. Interviewing detectives is Boltz and Nakamura.
Okay.
Phone number. What's the manner of offense? Menacing third degree. UV for drug possession. At that time, he was a cashier at Pizza Grotto. Has a health issue of asthma. Advising doctor. He had a pocket knife on him. And then description of him. Mr. Grant was questioned lightly due to be second cousin of victim number 3. He's currently not suspected of anything. Prior knowledge of victim number 3 and suspect number 14. Only real physical tie to case is his car resembled eyewitness description of car make and model. However, his color does not match. Okay. This one is Ella Christine Morsky. And the interviewing was Snyder and Nakamura.
Okay.
She has breast cancer. Doctor's name, Jasmine Davids. Had a shotgun, cannot specify. There's a cut on the peaky. Okay, Mrs. Morsky was brought in due to relation to witness number 2, sister. Current concern of reliability of witness number 2's testimony from 1987. Sister was able to confirm suspicions about the testimony. So her testimony wasn't reliable. I'm guessing this is the Carl Tristan case.
Yes.
All right. This one is for Scott Becker Bayer. Michael Snyder and Nakamura were the assault, armed robbery, and impersonating an officer. If yes, don't catch it. Drug type what?
What?
What is this? Okay, hang on. So drinker, sober, drug user, all marked yes. And then if yes, drugs used, don't catch it. If yes, drug type, question marks. Health issues, yes. And said broken heart, and then it was crossed out and changed to no, and not available. If yes, advising doctors and facility location, gave a girl's address. So it almost sounds like this person's kind of BSing a little bit. His eyebrows are heavily stylized.
Interesting.
So here's a longer comment section. Scott has now been questioned 3 times prior. Each time his testimony is made unlikely due to further witness references. He's the second suspect, not able to arrest him yet, but he's a perfect fit so far. His only out was at his job. Excuse me. that his job times checked out then. We had severe issues with a friend of a friend that came forward after sitting on info for 5 years. This person only came forward after Mike found a gun, evidence number 129, on this person during a traffic stop. Issue is that this man could have gotten the firearm from Scott just post Scott's time for the impression.
Interesting.
Cassandra Rosa Trent. Snyder and Nakamura. Place of birth, Kohler emergency. Pending charges against the bar. Used weed.
Okay.
No right pinky finger. This person does not have a right pinky finger. Miss Trent is only being interviewed by this unit due to recent pending charges against her, permitting us to ask her about the case. She was the prime suspect of the incident, but the lack of physical evidence blocked officers of the time and our own unit from ever being able to nail her. This time, we've now given a probable cause to search her property and are hoping to find anything that could have missed in the prior search from 1988. This witness report is not in relation to the current case, but only in regards to the 1988 allegations. No question was asked in regards to the bar incident. Last page.
Okay.
Harold Ralph Mason. Invalid report. All records henceforth sealed. Refer this only to be derived from reports submitted from detectives. Something for his back, pain reliever, I think. His back issues. If yes, he has a bar 6 shooter, some model from 1967, keeps it clean. He doesn't really believe he has back issues. And then this questioning came in part to due to Mr. Mason reaching out to us. It seems as if he's currently willing to speak due to his poor health. The last time there was any sort of interview for anyone related to the case was about a decade ago. As much as we note him as tangential, he provides us the best image of the mental mindset of his good friend and the main suspect. Note the full impact of this interview is going to be sealed. Supervising officer has demanded that this be the only public outfacing record of anything related to the discussion had today. There's more. So again, another invalid report for Carly Hannah Tabas. I've heard that somewhere else in one of the cubicles. I feel like I said Tabas before. Health advisor. Okay. Something wrong with her brain. Detective Snyder desired to re-examine Ms. Tabas as part of a routine check-in with 1989 causes. Sometimes we contact McCrillan healthcare providers to see if any current persons can talk with us in regards to the Carl Tristan case, but we get no response. As Ms. Tabas has moved on working from at the facility, we have interest in seeing if she can be more forthcoming. The contract may be over, but her clauses still go on for another few years. She seems genuine about her testimony. I didn't look to see if there's more.
No, there's looked on the other side. There are notes. He's still going through my reports. He's turning his head. Why is he always doing this shit to me? Okay.
Let me look at the other one. Oh wait, there's one. Why is he still reporting my files to Harry?
Thanks to Harry. Harry might be the dirty cop. It seemed that way.
Okay, so this was the one we just read. Now there's Simon Gabriel Mead. Fry cook at a burger joint. He had a Glock 44 caliber Liberty pocket knife and mace. It said he had health issues. He wrote he's a little small, so maybe. Like, there's not sure. They just know that he's small. Something is off about him, but I'm not a doctor. Mr. Mead was only a child during the initial investigation of case S5R, whatever. His recollection of events was colored by his perspective of, again, being a child. This interview is done in part due to the subject's current age and regular outreach process for the time it's been since the case was given to this unit. The failure of the recent tip to deliver any tangible evidence is another reason why the witnesses and people associated are being re-questioned. It is the personal belief of this detective that the testimony will be another dead end as the testimony of Mr. Mead child as it was last time. Reports and all associated files transferred to supervising detective. Current detectives will remove from the case. Report sidelined from central folder for this case. Various times Detective Nakamura failed to note certain bits.
Interesting.
So a bunch of stuff was not written down.
I don't think it's Nakamura.
Taser and mace. Couldn't understand a word she just said. For car info. Has a unibrow. Okay. Supervising
Great.
detective and badge is Harry. Mrs. Pinder is still the prime suspect in the disappearances of a child and the child of a former friend. Her various testimonies given to us throughout the years have consistently been solid enough to stop us from cuffing her on the spot. Issue for her now is the fact that her last testimony came into contradiction with one of given early on. It was nothing immediate, but it was enough to know she's slowly either losing memory, or
Oh,
her
given
story
that
is
she's
not watertight. Yeah.
yeah.
The point of this questioning was simply to reevaluate her to see if she can give the slightest alteration to the story. That was
Interesting.
it.
Okay.
And this
Oh,
says, "I hate
I
Michael
hate
Snyder.
Michael
I
Snyder.
hate him so much. I hate him. 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 I hate him.
Okay,
Hate him."
so Michael, excuse me.
It was the one that. Oops.
Look,
Turn that one.
okay, let's make sure
Last
that's that all.
page.
Did you look at that one right there? No, on the other side.
Yeah, that was the I hate him. Hate him. Hate him.
No, this one.
Oh, I didn't even see that one. Yeah, he's taking
Then again, he's taking over my shit.
So
This
let's
is
do this. Okay. So this one,
Harry
rising,
Baker.
interviewing. So, and then if you go to this one,
Michael Snyder.
yeah, Snyder and Bolts are and Bolts and Nakamura are up here. Go one more over. Again, you got Nakamura, Snyder, and Bolts, but Nakamura is the only one that stayed in the interviewing. But I can't tell
Apparently.
if this is the person who took the report.
Yeah, the supervising. I think that's the person who wrote the report. But okay, so look at the ones that don't have them.
Okay, hang on.
Back there. Okay.
Bolts is right here. This one has something on the back. That's Bolts.
Okay.
And then this is Bolts, has something on the back. This is Snyder that has stuff written on the back.
Okay.
Baker does too. I can't tell. And then this one, that's Baker. So Baker and Bolts both have written on the back how much they hate Snyder, maybe. So Baker's said, "Why is he reporting my files to Harry?" So that's Harry. Baker is Harry. So
Right.
I think it's Nakamura because
I'm wondering if
there
it's
was one
Nakamura.
that mentioned Nakamura failed to note certain bits.
Right.
So I'm wondering if it was Nakamura trying to do those and then add, "You are a cop. Your duty is to the great people of this town. Your duty does not end after 5 p.m. Your duty doesn't end after leaving these doors." Okay.
You do it in the 1920s voice.
I know.
Right.
You are a cop, see? Your duty is the great people of this town, you see?
Yes.
So,
No, that doesn't make it more 1920s. You just keep saying you see it. The thing.
I know. Hey, a busta. I don't know 20s talk. I live in the 20s now, a different 20s.
So funny. Okay, so let's go back to this Nakamura. Let's see if we can find evidence to see if Nakamura
This
might
is
be the dirty cop.
this is Nakamura's area here.
Nakamura doesn't really strike me as being a dirty cop, but let's check.
Where would I even find like dirty cop stuff? I can't like access the computers at all.
No, but there should be like.
Yeah, that was this. They're watching.
They're watching.
His schizophrenia is showing through.
I mean, that's schizophrenia for sure. Look in there. There'll just be a second one. I thought though. Did we look at the? Did we look at this one right here? This thing? Yeah.
I can only zoom in on it. I can't click on it. Handyman.
Handyman. Okay.
I don't see it as pertinent, unfortunately.
What is that guy?
Or the Walmarts. Oh, there's a bunch in here.
Oh, here
Okay.
we go. Harry asked for papers again. Find them. Need a new bag of wrappers already set. Ask for the papers again.
Um,
No, I'm supplying the office. Say it's $20. Not yesterday. Okay. Morning walk. Paperwork for us today. Okay. For office morning walks 10:30. Okay. So, but this is insane. Pictures from bank. Okay. Great.
that doesn't really
It doesn't really
give us
help.
anything.
Whoa.
Hang on. That I didn't
Yep.
accidentally open the Minecraft menu. It has like
Yeah.
this weird glitch where my mouse leaves this monitor and I accidentally clicked. I was trying to find it and I accidentally clicked on Minecraft.
Whoops. See, I don't think it's out in the open if he was a dirty cop.
Somebody was keeping drugs over here too.
Well, someone's dirty.
Again.
Okay, so this is. Let's see, is there anything else I can.
I don't see like any kind of info, like a piece of paper or anything.
Right. Nothing there. Okay, so. First, I think we need to find out who the dirty cop was. So, if we find out who the dirty cop was, check out Snyder as well. Okay, so there's money in.
I can only open it. I can't look at anything in here.
Okay.
Snyder, I think, is this one.
Well, that's
Wait. This side. Oh, so Snyder was the one I was just looking at. I couldn't look in the drawer. Trent Brown. Oh. Grab Carl Tristan for questioning. We both saw it at the same time, didn't we?
Yeah. Shooting with Dick today. Okay.
So wait, one thing we know is that since we know Harry's gun that is standard broke, we know that this 9mm Toretta is the standard.
Right.
But just looking at the bullets, I can't tell. I don't know what is 9mm and what isn't. It doesn't say on the bullet. I'm surprised actually that all the bullets aren't like, when they get pressed.
Yeah. Okay, what is that in the drawer? Oh, that's the birthday card.
That's the birthday card to his kid.
I don't think it's Harry though.
Yeah, I feel like that's just too obvious.
Yeah, it's like a red herring. Let me see here.
That's a rifle too. There's like several guns here missing. That one's packaged, but where did these two go? That revolver and that 45.
45. Neither of those look like 45 calibers, or none of them look like, because they're pretty big. The caliber of the gun is pretty huge.
Like this one, these look pretty big. They're long, at least in comparison to like this.
Those look like the standard. That does not look like standard. Oh, they might be.
Is there Payne's Creek on here? Because that would be kind of fun. Right there. Payne's Creek killings.
Okay, so is there any way to look at the other side of the blackboard?
What was that?
Okay.
I'm kind of looking at where the prisoner was. It just looks like he fell over. It doesn't look like he died, but there's like no blood anywhere that I can see.
I know, it's very strange.
It makes me wonder if like the amount of people that actually died is 5.
Okay.
Just temporarily putting that there. Yeah, the one bloody one's right here.
Right.
The only one that has blood on it. The rest are not have no blood.
Well, some of them are missed shots. That's why.
Yeah, what I didn't notice here though is even though we for a second thought that you opened this and this fell over, this would have fell forward, but that's the bottom of it. It wouldn't fall that way.
Interesting. Okay.
Unless
Huh.
someone was trying to use it for cover.
Right.
Because from right here, if that person was
Oh.
standing and
Yeah.
shot, they could have shot them in the head.
No, because it's too low. It looks like this was execution style.
I just didn't know if you had been standing before you got shot. Then then that went through that way.
Hi, Morg. My cat's gonna come and snuggles.
Wondering where all these pieces came from exactly. That's the glass, isn't it?
Give me the glass. So I'm wondering.
Oh, there's a hole right here. I didn't see that hole previously.
Oh. Okay. I'm wondering if someone shot from outside, from inside the room as well.
Yeah, it looks like because the glass is outside, except for like a few right here.
Glass is inside here. Glass is outside on the other side. So
Yeah.
I think so. That looks like that's the opposite. Oh, okay. So can you check to see what was on the bed? What was on the desk? Like
I did try looking at it earlier. It doesn't actually let you see it.
Oh, okay. And too easy. Wait.
So hard to see. There's a little easier. I can't. As a Samuel Mendoza grant, I can't tell if that's just the same report we read earlier. I think Harold Ronald for name of deceased on the right page. It's interesting how certain angles make that light super bright.
Yeah.
Oh, geez.
This gotta be it. Okay, so those look like standard. I don't think the gun that was used was standard issue, because those look like those are bullets from the returning like shooter from the officer. So I don't think the guns that were used in the murder were standard.
There's just so many casings. Where are the rest of the bullets? I think I saw 16 casings is what we ended up with.
Okay, who's that?
Meet with Miss Tabas.
Okay.
Looking to see. Okay.
Call authorities. Taking my walk.
The Tabas happened a couple of times at least.
Okay.
Desk Carl Tristan. No Jimmy today case.
Oh,
Nothing at the plugs. So many bullets. So somebody was shot right here and crawled maybe or limped over here and then got shot and then died right there. Either or right. they were still just sitting down when they got shot. Like leaning against the wall, trying to get away from whoever was shooting. This person came in, shot this person. If these prisoners were together, they likely either knocked out their friend or something, maybe instead of killing them.
Could be. So I would say that. So it looks like they just came in and shot that person, and that guy might have already been on the ground. Okay, so we really need to go back to the last day. See here. He told me that I cannot drink anymore. Okay. I don't think
I'm
Harry's
looking
the.
to
I
see
think.
if I could see anything about the prisoners.
Okay.
Like this, because we saw, like, as we both looked at the scheduling. Stupid mouse
Right.
went off. Court prisoner 1 and 2 productive interrogation. And that's today, like, right? So we know that some of this
Right.
happened because of the.
So here's the
For
thing:
these.
is that it shows. So it says hands keys, transfer the keys to Snyder. So who's the escort? Jimmy two. See, Donna's coming out. Jimmy from 2 offices over. It's applying today. Okay. So Harry. Okay. So what time did that? You said it was 12:30.
For escorting is at 11:35.
Okay, but I'm saying lunch break was at 1:45. Okay, question of prisoners. Squish was 12:45, so it was before. Yeah, so it was before the question prisoner
Harry, if
switched.
Harry was with him, Harry could have been one of the shooters.
No. Because lunch break, so transfer keys decided that's at 11:35. Questioning of prior switch was at 12:45. Lunch break begins. Harry in charge of watching over prisoners. So that's at 1:45. So you have to switch. So I think Harry is one of the people that was watching the prisoners when the shootout happened.
Keep an open mind.
So which one is that one? Who's that?
Bolts.
I don't think it was Bolts. I think
Hey, this is it. This is it. Stephen Moss was last seen in the town of Paynes Creek, Nevada.
Stephen Moss. There we go.
Is known to have only his left pinky finger, his wedding ring. Stephen Moss may have a fling with traveling female. No.
Okay. Nice. All right.
2 months after the last sighting in Paynes Creek. He was reported to have been missing in contact with the town sheriff, James Howard. Was staying in town for an investigation he was undertaking. Witnesses stated that he'd been staying at a local inn and was wandered away at some point between March 25th and 29th. The last known sighting was on March 28th. However, his car moved only a day later. Paynes Creek is the home of an infamous spree of murders in the last several years. Stephen Moss is likely the latest in what detectives had figured to be a cold.
Ooh.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it is interesting.
I like the callbacks. Ooh.
Hey. So Copper.
Guns.
Oh wait, Copperhead family. Wait.
Yeah, and there's an
So
empty box here.
I wish we could open.
So those 3, I wrote them as copper. Those 3 bullets that we found.
Right.
So Snyder could have been one of them. If he's only one that we.
That's what I'm saying. The dirty copper is probably Snyder.
Well, and that's a 9mm. Okay, so we'll write it down for our questioning.
Okay.
Richard Bolts, senior detective.
Okay. Wait, is this Bolts' room or is this Snyder's?
This is Bolts' area right here. The one that had the copper head. This is actually Bolts, sorry.
Oh, it might be Bolts.
I'll put his name. We don't lose that thought. Oh, a Rubik's Cube.
Right.
Yes, Sewang.
Yes, they want to.
They're ammo rounds, Sewang. So those ammo rounds are filmed. Ammo. For sure.
Got the candle. It's got a day planner right there. I
That was
see
the
it.
random notes we saw before. Let's see if any of these make any kind of sense
Okay.
now that we've been through a lot. So Mendoza was one of the witnesses in those.
Okay, cool, Harry. Come here. What you doing?
Um, Standing someone.
Okay.
Okay, I'm sorry. Before
All right.
they were
So
spamming stuff.
move over. Oh, okay. Kitchen Harry's review. Rear view. Laura, say that 5 times fast. Okay, so
Rear
Mike
view,
sounds.
rear view.
Mike needs write-up evidence soon. Mike needs write-up soon. Okay, interesting. Okay, all right, keep going forward. He's
The
interested to
background
like do a
check on
background check on
Harry.
Harry, but I don't think that
Yeah.
that says anything. Okay.
This is what Graveyard mentioned earlier, that a whole gas station was stolen.
Right. Hmm.
See if he can fix it.
Stephen Gold needs 25K.
I haven't seen that name except for in this.
Right. Tell Susan after interrogation. Okay, so he was one of the interrogators. Bolt was one of the interrogators.
Hearing an occasional beep, and it's really irritating. And then Susan said she needs more business cards.
I'm pretty certain Bolt was one of them and Harry was there too. Um,
I didn't.
then I
I
have
didn't
an
see.
idea.
I didn't look at every note at the top.
Okay.
Invalid report. Check with partner for issues.
So who is that's Harry? Okay. That's Harry Baker.
I wish there was a easier, like a spot that just says report taken by or something. You know,
It does.
like
Report
it just doesn't
detective.
really. It's not
Yeah,
clear. Clear.
and it says good now a little bit. And it says reason the supervising detective.
Yeah, I just didn't know if that was who wrote this or if that was just a supervising detective. Like, that's why I'm not sure. Because like the handwriting's the same no matter what,
That's
except
true.
for these spots are different.
Hmm. I'm gonna go on a limb and say it was
Submitted
Harry.
by Detective Snyder.
Hmm.
I was looking at the top where it says derived from report submitted by Snyder.
Okay. Here. That's also Richard Bolt. Okay.
I think Boltz wrote both of those.
Right.
Maybe Snyder then wrote this one.
See, this is different writing here. Yeah, that's Snyder.
Then Harry Baker again. Yeah, the handwriting's the same, unfortunately. Like, you see the way the A is, how it swings out like this?
Uh-huh.
You go to the next page, it does it here too, and it says Baker.
Oh,
So they're the
okay.
same handwriting no matter what. I'm just wondering if this is probably who writes this.
Okay. There's nothing else? Say, like, I can't believe it doesn't say who's who.
Yeah.
Uh,
I have no idea who killed who.
I don't think that that's. That's why I'm like, I think it's interesting is that you had. So that one went in, so that was intended for the prisoner, I think, originally. But yeah, that's. So who was arrested for drugs?
Gosh darn you, computer.
Wait, what is this? Emergency
Emergency
contact.
contact list.
Okay.
Just general contact list. I don't think it's
Sounds like a no. Okay.
vital. Dark in this one. Oh, remember he liked his specialty piece. That must have been this one. His fancy. He said he called it his fancy baby or something like that.
Who said that?
This guy Nakamura. Didn't he have
Well,
like a
Nakamura was
fancy?
talking about Harry having a fancy piece.
Oh, that's true. He called it like. Uh,
Richard walked in today. He just stared at with. Uh, okay. Wait, what's that?
I want something like my fancy baby to be standard issue. I wouldn't mind something even crazier like the revolvers that Harry has. Calls his
No,
gun
no.
a.
There's a thing. Hold on. Go back.
Yep.
What is this?
Sometimes. Oh, we read that. It was the sometimes part right here. But we didn't realize it was crossed out. Sometimes broken gun like fancy features are what I want. Being bad, where are you? Tired monkey speak, stiff and tired. Basketball refineries, good night. And then later he said, I wrote word salad, like I just threw up a bunch of stuff.
Right. That's the schizophrenia. Got it.
Yeah.
I don't think I think Nakamura's a red herring. I don't think he's a dirty cop.
I think it's just like to put there to make it look obvious.
Right.
There's that one.
I really think that it's probably Steiner.
Yeah, like the guy who got, this is Bolts.
Lots of bolts.
So, like, some of the whites are so bright, you can't tell what it is. World's best dad. I keep hearing random beeps every now and then.
Yep.
Gosh, yes, we know that.
I don't think it's Steiner. I mean, not Steiner. I don't think it's Nakamura. Let's see who says S is an F. That's base.
Groceries.
S is an F.
I don't know what that means.
Running low. Make sure to order another delivery. Supply already. Oh, I think it might be Bolts. Bolts might be there. Bolts might
the
be
bad guy.
Bolts might be the dirty cop.
Remember, You use this
Mhm.
revolver. Your fired bullets leave their casings inside the revolver. Actual rotating chamber. Be cleaned before, more often than other weapons because of this powder and grime will cause issues. So maybe that's why there's so many casings. We have so many casings in one spot. They dumped them out at once.
Could be, yeah.
Are
Yeah, he's got
viable.
he's got also the money right there.
Yeah, it's not like a lot of money or anything.
It's not, but
And there's like money on the desk.
it's not a lot. It doesn't matter. What's that say?
Strict regulations on meet between Jenny and Ben about Judy. Receive docs from guard. It needs proper.
I think Bolts is it already got. Actually, I was more on Snyder,
That's
but
who
I
I
think
wrote.
it's actually Bolts.
Yeah, I wrote down bolts, especially when the gun bullets up there that we see copper.
Yeah.
Sounds standard.
Let's see. I mean, Snyder could have been. I just feel like it's more Bolts is it already got.
And like this is just to try to make it seem like he's not the whole highway patrol of the year or whatever.
Right. So now we have to figure out who died in interrogation room 1.
Which prisoner was in here? Yes, I didn't see anywhere where it actually named who they were talking to. Exactly.
Right.
These numbers, Whew. Well.
Okay. I'm like, okay.
Okay. Thank you guys for joining us for today's gaming. I'm going to save it before I forget. Save and
okay,
quit.
we'll come back to it. Think about it for a bit.
Yes, we will come back to this next week. Thank you so much for joining us for today.
Yes, we appreciate it. If you guys have any insight, please feel free to share as well. Comment.
Feel free to hello, Mr. Fancy Pants. What was that? Like and subscribe, people. Thank you so long. We'll be back tomorrow night. We've got the girls' gaming night.
Yes.
And Friday Forces Fridays coming on Friday. We're gonna get back into it. We got Saber Rattle coming up this weekend. We will announce our guests later as we get it nailed down. And we have Saturday Morning Nerd Out on Saturday mornings, which is probably one of my favorite shows to be on in the sense that it's just us all hanging out and nerding out. And the nerd out portion of that day will be done by yours truly, which I'm excited to write that up on Friday night. I'm down here on Friday night for my kids, and so when I'm down here on Fridays, I save a good portion of work to do after people.
Yeah, I thought I was going to be doing Nerd Out this next week because I didn't do Nerd Out last week.
Did you want to do it? You can do it if you'd like. Doesn't matter to me.
I mean, I'll figure it out.
Because I already have a topic. Like I already had one pick for my next Nerd Out. So
yeah, then you totally do it. And then
all right, awesome. All right, guys, thank you so much.
I think Liam did the Nerd Out, so I think I'll probably take Liam's Nerd Out.
Okay. Sounds good. All right, thank you guys so much for joining us, and we'll catch you later. Bye.